take the later version and move it to an older version.
Right.
So unfortunately, the cloud version is a newer version. That's what we've got to use. And
okay.
You could go from your version to mine, but I can't go from mine to yours, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay. And why are we not on the cloud version?
We can give you access to this. The thing is, your server at the moment that you've got is an on-premise server, right? So the on-premise install will never be the same version as my cloud version.
Okay, right. Okay.
So your on-premise install right now is the latest version for on-premise.
Yeah.
It's not the latest.
And was that a conscious decision that we made at the start to go on-premise, or was it the only option at the time, or?
I think it's because obviously if we had to build a server for you in the cloud, that would probably cost you money.
Okay.
I don't know what the discussion is with Rohit.
Okay. Right. Okay. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass, I suppose. You know, we're having to go back and rebuild.
It's a nice exercise because you get to actually replicate this. This is also part of learning about the product.
Well, that's true. That's a good point. Yep. I'll give you that, Alexi. Yep. Okay. Right. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So I am recording this, so you can replicate this thing. I mean, it's quite simple.
Okay.
I think this is basically what we have done so far. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reuse the thing that I have here, which I really care. I want the total receipts, right? It doesn't matter if it's overdue or not overdue. So basically, what I will do is I will remove everything, but not the total overdue. I just keep the total receipts.
Mm-hmm.
I will keep the periods from, but I want this on the filters section. So I am sure I'm having the same amount. I have these two things. I will remove these blank rows and this one as well. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the customers, right? So I'm not sure what is the issue with my screen that I cannot see. All right, so I will drag only the customers here. I expanded the customers dimension. The customers.
I have a quick question for you. Sorry, just while it's in my head. Did we manage to figure out how to show the description on the drill through of the other non-ERP stuff?
Of the non-ERP.
The one that's called other cache events non-ERP. You know, the upload file.
Okay, no. Let's go through that. Let me just finish this one and let me. Yeah, we can go in that one. I'm just wondering why here it's the receipts from customers. This is the same amount. But I am not sure why. 14,000. I'm just trying to understand why we have okay, so we have basically 3 customers. I'm seeing so why we have only 2. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do, selection types, I will go to set. I will remove the selection types, except unknown. And from here, I'm going to go into the view tab and I will create a chart. And this will be, I need to go to chart, select data, and I will change the chart type to this one. And I will order this into the descending mode. All right. I'm not sure if it's pink or if I see the colors in the wrong way, but I put the legend beneath. And I will just make here some cosmetics, right? So it looks nicer, and I will hide a table, and I will basically maybe change the color of the chart. And this, I will name this as my top customers, right? And I can just use this. And if it's here, yes, I will just add it and there you go. My top customers. All right. And I will do the same for the vendors. I'll go to the vendors dimension and I will just select the vendor and I will place it into the pass. There we go. I need to sort, so I will need to activate the table. And once I am in table, I will just click here, sort descending. There I go. I will just hide the table and I will save as this as top vendors. Okay. So there we are.
Nice.
Okay, and the last thing is that you want to see the description, right? So,
Guys, I need to jump off. I'll chat to you again. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Alexi, talk to you soon.
cheers. Catch you later.
Hope you recover from the hangover soon, there, Paul.
I think I'm gonna have to go and beast myself on the bike or something to sweat it out.
You know what they say?
What?
How to handle the hangover?
Drink more?
Have another drink. That's right.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Right. Good luck. See you later.
Bye.
All right. So you said from the banks, right? We want to bring the description. All right. So let's go into the cash flow model and let's see if we have that information. And I will go again into the bank to see what description we have. So I go to the bank trans and I want to see in my description what is the things that we have. And this is the description that I have. I'm not sure if this is what we want to see. You want to see this, Paul?
What's that one? Yeah, that one. Hold on. No, just a second. That is where it's just the description of the Excel upload for not the sale, the non ERP stuff, you know, like the payroll, all that stuff.
Sorry, I was looking at the bank transactions. You are right. So it's the other non.
Yes,
right?
Yes, that one's right. Yep. I was looking at something else, so I would have
yes.
highlighted it to you there. Yeah, it's this one. That description. Yeah.
So this one, right? The phrase overdue.
Yes, that one.
This one. All right. Okay. So what we are going to do is here. And then if I go to the cash flow pipeline, let me search for description. So I have it here in the last step. I will continue with the journey to see if we have unions. So here I am missing a description. Let's see if I can find that description. Okay. Okay, we don't have in accounts payable. In account receivable, we don't have. Here we have, all right. So basically, I think it should already be in the model. I think I already added that thing. So let's see. So basically, what we are going to do is now we are going to basically create a drill through, right, for this specific other element. So we have one drill that is for the vendors, one for the customers, and we will create a third one, which will be for that other cache events, right? So I will do this. And what I will do is basically, for this thing, I don't need the aging, right?
That's right, yeah.
So I should remove it. The aging side, I don't think it makes sense. So you just want basically the amount on the description, right? The currency as well, maybe the date.
Yeah, the date. What else we got here?
And you want the description.
Just a second. Why is there a vendor in here?
Box. Because I think that's how we populated the data. That should be something that, if we look at here at the bank transactions, I am sure there might be a vendor here. This comes from the Excel. Maybe we need to remove that.
In the non-cash, or sorry, in the non-ERP stuff?
Yes, I think it should be.
Jordan, can you verify that in the Excel file? Just while David's doing that.
Yeah, give me 1 second, sorry.
I don't understand why we would have uploaded vendor data as part of the Excel, the non-ERP.
Okay, so basically we don't have it, but we have a relationship. Let me understand why. So basically, if I go here, this other non-ERP. Let me test. I want to see how we are doing this. So stables. Interesting. Okay, we shouldn't be getting that vendor. I think it is though we are getting this from the relationship. I mentioned vendor. All right. Okay. So I'm not sure why we're getting this vendor. We shouldn't be getting this vendor. I will investigate later on why we get this vendor. I'm not sure why, but we can remove this from the to avoid that confusion.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So basically, what I will do. Let me see if we are looking at the right number. So I double click here in this 2K, and it brought me to this thing. Basically, not even the amount that I have here right. So I know why. Because what I did is I click on the drill through that was already created for the vendors. So basically, this information is still wrong. I need to right now select the remove these slicers, and then set the proper drill through that I want to create. So what element we want to see? We want to see the currency, the date.
Currency, date, description.
And the amount, right? The other non.
Mm-hmm.
The amount, right? which is this 2000 that we want to see for week 20. Now here I wouldn't get the vendor. It is because I was looking. I clicked on the wrong drill through. So and the description. There I go, and I will select now. I'm thinking. Because in the other one, we selected a filter where the customer was not overdue, but here we don't have a customer. So, but we don't have descriptions for the other ones. So what I will basically do is create a filter, selection types, set, no selection types, except on no. There I go. I think that's it. Home, and I will save this as, and this will be my other non ERP cache, or how do you want me to call this?
Yeah, that's it. Other non-ERP cache is fine. Yeah.
Cache.
Mm-hmm.
Drill.
Brill, spelling.
Yeah. Right. So now we have this thing here. And now if I go into the report, I will open this without the filters applied. What I will tell is that I want this report to have that drill as well. And there I go. I will save this. I will refresh the dashboard. And if I want to drill into this, I'll click here and I will go into the open other non-ERP. It's important that I click on the right one, otherwise I will see vendors like it happened before. And now I will see the description, the date, the currency, and this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what I also added that I think we need to add here as well in the customers, I added a new field, which is the document number. So now we will see the invoice number. So I added that for the customers and the vendors. So basically that's what I showed you at the beginning of the session, where I just populated that information in the Excel file and I validated that it's in the union step until the end. So now if we drill, I will be able, for example, this receipt from customers, I'll go to the customer drill through and I will see now the invoice number.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. Good.
So I think we are pretty done. The only thing that I think we might need to replace is this one, because if we have duplicated, I can just remove it and maybe have a bigger space. Or if you think about something else that I could add here, maybe the other amount, or I'm not sure.
Good there. What would be good there? So we're just looking at week. That's week 20. These charts are all related to, apart from the ones you just created. These charts are all looking at week 20, where the filter is at the slicer at the top. Yeah.
I can select if actually right now only because this is using the context. So basically, this is just filtering this one, and this one. These are looking at the 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the other ones are looking at the 13 weeks. Yes. For example, this is the 96 amount that I have here. If you see this amount, 96 is the amount that I have here, this 96.
Yep.
So basically, it's considering all the total amounts.
What's the 96 in the donut in the middle?
This is the total amount that I have in my account receivable.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's just a coincidence that that's the same amount, same as the amount of the total receipts, is it?
Yes, actually, this is the same amount, but here I am breaking this information. So here I get a picture of what of my amount is accounts payable, account receivable, and other transactions, right?
Yep.
Actually, I think that maybe the other transactions, I'm not sure how if it's the right way, because obviously account payables is negative, right? And the other is negative, and that's why it's in the other side. But well, and of this 96 that I have here, 80 are, which is this amount, 80 are,
Oh yeah,
not late, current, and this amount is not late. These are the balances. The blue bar that I have here is the opening balance, which is the 100,000 for this specific thing. And this is how my balance is going down, and these are my movements.
It's just a small thing, but could we change the green AP to be going left instead of right? Jordan, would you mind muting yourself? There's a lot of road traffic noise coming through.
Sure,
Or shut the window. Yeah, can you change that to go leftwise, David?
Yeah, I can do that.
Just so it's going the same direction as the negatives.
Yeah, so what I will basically do, okay, I will create here a custom formula. I will call this AP, and I will just multiply this by -1, right? Oh.
Yeah. So I've thought of one other chart you could put in, a very simple one, David. Just show a value of lowest bank position on the 13 weeks.
Lowest bank position.
Yeah. So in other words, read the closing balance number and just show, instead of this top right AP versus AR versus other, right? Replace that. Yeah, that one. Replace that with just a simple card, or for want of a better word, that says show me the minimum balance over the 13 weeks, the minimum closing balance, the lowest closing balance. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's see how we're going to build that. Okay, I think I can build that using, I will reuse this report because I think I already have the balances, the forecast amount. So basically what we want to see is the lowest, right? So I have the lowest. So we'll remove this column, this blank row, and I will remove this one as well. So let's see. We'll try to maybe minimum. Let's see if it works. No, it gives me an error.
Why do you think it gives an error there, David?
I'm not sure, because I think because this formula has a lot of this formula that we have here has a total to date balances and opening balances, and I'm trying to think which should be the minimum. What if I use here the table? I think I will have the same issue, data. And I use the minimum, I think it will give me, yes, the error as well. Okay, what if I delete this and I add value? Statistic description minimum. I'm just thinking how to do that. All right, I think I got it. $35. I'm not sure if this is right. Okay, I think it's right.
Yeah, it looks right.
It's right. So basically what I did, let me see. Sometimes now I have no idea what's the report that this is the one. All right. So basically what I use is the formula, but here in the set, I just place the week, and here in the formula, I am pasting the reference to forecast, which is basically this measure. So you need to place the formula here, and in the set is the minimum of which set? Okay, it's the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here is the formula that I'm using, and I think that's pretty it. So I need to okay. No, it's not working that way. I need to have this here. I'm just thinking, I mean, it's working, but I want to see how I can basically present this in a way that looks nice in a chart. So I will remove this slices because it will take it from the dashboard. And basically, what if I, instead of using this, I mean, I think it doesn't really matter if I just select this.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter if it's doing the same calculation.
Yes, because it should be the same calculation. So I'm thinking that I can just select a random.
Pick any week. Yeah.
This shouldn't be the, the proper. I'm sure there might be a better way.
Is there just is there a simple card or something? What else? What other choices have we on the graphics there?
Well, we can basically do a card, but that's let me show you in the chart.
Yeah.
We can select.
Yeah.
No, but this is giving me the
all of them.
numbers. Yeah. Well, basically, if I select just one,
just select 1 week. Yeah.
I will know what's the week that is basically, and if I hover, I will know the amount. I'm not sure if you this is something that works.
No, we kind of you don't want to see the week number. I'll tell you. Do you know what would be interesting though? Can you figure out which week it happens in?
Yes, it's in week 1. Well, yes, it will tell me.
Because that would be interesting to show the week and the week that the lowest balance happens. Yeah, that would be really cool.
All right. Let me think about how to basically.
Sorry, I was just saying to Alexi there, I'd rather not do the planning session tomorrow because the webinar is not for another 2 weeks from today. So we can sort of plan that in for towards the end of next week, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Away. I'd rather do it closer to the time, if that's all right, but not too close, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
If you want to suggest an alternative time next week, that would be great.
Yes. No. Absolutely.
Good man. Thanks. In fact, I'll propose something another time too. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me think about how I can build this chart. Because right now I have also my mind a little bit.
Here, look, it's looking really good. I have to say, it's looking great. This is definitely presentable in a webinar all day long. You know.
All right. Yeah. No, I think that's the important part. I think we have now everything ready. I think yes. Now the only piece that is missing is this smoothing.
Yeah.
I think
that would be really helpful. See that in that corner where if it said to you the lowest balance will be 35K and it happens in week 15 or whatever it is, you know, that would be really useful.
Yeah, and I think prior to the next meeting, I will think about how to build this calculation, and then I will share with you what are the impressions. You can now use this thing. I will leave the model in the public folder. Is in the business cases, so you can continue working with this if you want to maybe change the colors. That's really up to you.
Can I just check that, David? Does anyone else have access to this model that we've built?
Yeah, we do.
No, sorry, I mean outside of us.
Okay.
I mean, are other partners able to look at this?
Yes.
They are.
This is for the partners. So yeah, all our partners that have Dynamics have access to this specific environment.
But how do they know that this is still kind of a work in progress? You know, they're not live anywhere or trying to, are they?
Well, they don't know that it's a work in progress, but it's not something that they are offering as part of the solution. So basically, this is I'm just created this, which is business cases. So yeah, basically, I haven't we haven't told anybody about the content of this. So basically, we can control who has access to these folders, to who has access to. So basically, we can just define that security level, so only you and us can see. Still, I mean, when we go into a real project, obviously we will need to redo this because each ERP is different, right? So at least now we have. It's much more about showing you the journey that we can basically do this.
Yes.
And of course, there are many things that might be different on each scenario.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right, guys. So we're just on my side. We're just going to try and rebuild what you've done, David. Yeah. Is that okay, Jordan and Peter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really good, man. Well done. It's really good. It's pretty much exactly what I had in mind. You know. So well done. Really, really good effort.
Cheers, David.
And if we can get that last little bit of the puzzle figured out in terms of how we show the minimum balance and what week it appears in, that's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the only piece. So I will work on that.
Yeah.
And then in the next session, well, in the next week, prior of the planning of the session, I think I will just quickly show you how I built it. I will record that part so you can replicate that on your environment.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's pretty much part of the journey. I might only, and let's discuss that on the next session, even though it's a different data source, I might want to show part of the pre-built things that we have. Okay, I think here, okay, I can go, for example, to the financials and to the account receivable and maybe show these things. I mean, it won't be connected because this comes, all our report that I'm showing right now comes from our fake transactions, right?
Yeah.
And actually, no, this is terrible. I'll show another data source.
Well, we can script all that next week, David. We can figure out just what we want to show them.
Okay.
The way I see it in my head, I know Alexi's not here and he'd be involved, but the way I see it is the first half an hour we'll be talking about this is what ZAP can do for you, like the CFO dashboard, you know, all, and more introduction to ZAP. Yeah, because remember, most of these people won't know what the fuck ZAP is. They've seen 13-week cash forecast. That sounds interesting. Let's see. So it's to give you guys a chance to really promote the hell out of ZAP at the start. And then we'll spend the second half saying, right now, let's focus specifically on the problem in hand, the 13-week cash. And when I'll jump in and start talking around the problem and why we've decided to try and tackle it and how ZAP can help us solve that, you know. So it'll be something like that. I would imagine it won't be an hour talking about week cash forecasting, right? I want people to understand there's a whole lot more to it than just what we're showing here. You know, a whole lot more to ZAP than just this thing that we're going to describe to them, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be real. It should be interesting. I just hope we get a good attendance, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But regardless, at least we have a fantastic working demo of this exact problem. Where if I have, and I know I will come across this in clients where they say, you know, they tell me that cash forecasting is a bloody nightmare, and I say, well, okay, let me show you this, you know. So I'm very confident that we'll be able to come back on this and say, here's the answer. You know?
Yeah,
so it's great to have that. You know, it's a brilliant example of how you can make a really difficult problem a lot easier. You know, I like that now. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about that is the opening balance. So I don't think I wouldn't connect personally, David. I wouldn't connect those two orange charts to the table below because of the opening balance issue. Because the opening balance isn't customer or vendor specific. You know what I mean? The opening balance. So I would just disconnect those from the thing, the table below. Yeah, that would be my preference. Although you could leave it. If you click on one of those, does it then just filter out? If you did like.
Yeah, for example, if I select this one
from that,
I can select this one, and I will see just the.
Okay, no, leave it. Okay, that's all right. No, leave it. I'll say to people, look, you can then look specifically at a customer or a vendor and how it's. Yeah, no, leave it. Change my mind. Leave it. It doesn't matter.
Maybe just to show the functionality. Obviously, as you said,
it
really makes sense because we cannot filter banks and vendors by. But yeah, maybe because it's a matter of showing functionality.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Excellent.
So well,
I'll send it. Do you want to propose when was that? It was going to be. Shit. When was it? I hadn't accepted it yet, had I? You had sent me an invite for. Was it next Friday? Oh no, it was tomorrow. It was tomorrow. Sorry.
Yes, I set the session for tomorrow.
Week. Where the hell am I here? What the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. Here's it here. Right. So let me just see.
So yeah, let me check with Alexi and Alex also.
Okay. All right. Let's aim for, if we can. I'm going to suggest next Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
If that works for you, or Friday, I think is okay as well.
Yes.
Hi everyone. Just want to say hi. Yeah, I joined.
Alex.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, hi Alex.
How are you?
Hi. How's it going, Alex?
It's going well.
Good.
Just very busy.
Yeah, good. Young David has done a fantastic job here.
Yes, we were sure about that. We know his quality. Yes.
We've got a really nice product, a nice product here to show.
David, I saw the conversation before. Like people could access and corrupt this thing. Like people have access, like others, like third partners that should not be involved in this, let's say, business model?
Yeah, I guess I was concerned with anybody else going in and starting to mess around with it while we're trying to finish it, you know.
Yeah.
Actually,
I would say that,
you know, it's very much what they call hot paper, you know.
Yeah, and because the One Truth team, I guess they're gonna have this thing like in the long term to showcase. Maybe we could just give access to specific, let's say, just One Truth, just in case, so no one goes and does anything.
yes, I think I will do that. And also, I mean, right, we can export the model. So I think basically that's the best thing. We can export the model. So in the future, if something happens, the server goes and also one of our team plays with it and replace it, we can always have a backup and replace it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I will only ask you to don't play with the other models. Well, you can play with the models, but don't process or remove, because those are the ones that we use for all, yes, internally.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, well, we won't touch anything that we haven't been involved in unless you tell us it's okay to do so.
Yeah, no. Actually, yeah, you have, for example, when it comes, if you have a demo that you have a Dynamics customer, I know that you don't have, for example, a Dynamics data source. You can use this environment, and you have over there Business Central, you have a supply chain management, finance, Navision. So I think it's fine. And also I see that there are one partner created a model in the public folder, which he shouldn't. So I will see what I need to do with that model. I will talk with him before I remove it or place it into his personal folder. All right.
Good stuff. So I'm just going to propose, what the fuck is it? 3 June, safe. I'll try that. You can come back and tell me, David, whether that works.
So I was thinking about, yes, it can be Thursday. What about the same time, 3 p.m.? I think 1 hour should be enough, right?
Yeah, it should be. I've just sent you exactly that, 3 p.m.
All right.
Next Thursday. You can change the invite if that works.
And I will cancel the meeting. I will, and there we go. Awesome.
Great. Sorry, I'm just reading that email. Right, David, thanks a million.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Peter.
Cheers, David.
And well, let me know.
Alex, do you want to stay
questions?
on a second?
Sorry?
Do you want to stay on a second? We'll talk about my friend's text hub.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Okay. Sorry, is this David's call, is it? Yeah.
Yes, but I think
if you close it, it'll throw everybody out, will it? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I will try.
Can I give you a call on your phone?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. Okay. Cheers, guys.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Cheers. Catch you later. Bye-bye.